Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Vikram. In this class, we'll try to understand break statement in C. The concept of loops and switch statement has already been explained in our previous classes. If you haven't watched those videos, please watch those videos and come back here, because the break statement can be used in loops or in switch statements only. So what is the use of this break statement? Break statement is also called as jump statement. There are three different types of jump statements in C programming language. One of the statement is break and the other two statements are continue and go to statements. In our next class, we are going to cover the continue and the go to statement, and every video in our channel is going to be a part of entire course or a playlist. Our suggestion is to follow the entire course so that you can have better understanding of the concepts, and the link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Now coming to this class, what is a break statement? A break statement, we may need a loop with an exit point in the middle, or we may want to have multiple exit points. So what it means is, whenever a program is a loop is iterating in a program, in that program we may need an exit point in the middle of the loop. So or we may need multiple exit points within the loop. So if any such requirement is there, where the loop has to exit in the middle or at any particular point of the execution of the loop, then we can use break statement. So what it means is, for example, if you take a loop, just take it as a for loop. If we have this for loop, we are having expression 1, expression 2 and expression 3. So when this for loop will get exited, when this for loop will get exited means when this loop is going to stop its execution whenever this control expression happens to be false. Whenever this control expression produces an output of 0, then this loop we are going to come out of this loop. We are going to exit out of this loop. But if we want the loop to exit in the middle of its execution, in the middle of its loop's body, then we can use break statement. Let's try to understand the concept of break by using an example. This is a programming example. Using this programming example, we'll try to understand, and this program is to check primary number, whether the given number is primary or not. So that is that primary number program we are going to use. So let's try to understand it. Here we have given two variables, one is I and n. They are of type integers. Enter the number to check. So here we are providing the user interface where the user has to provide the number which has to be checked whether it is primary or not. Okay, so that number will get provided and it will get stored in a variable n for I is equal to 2. So how we can decide that a number is a primary number? Between 1 and the number, if it is divisible by any other number other than 1 and the number itself, it is what we call it as a primary number. So for example, if you want to check whether 6 is primary or not, between 1 and 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if the number 6, if you want to check whether the number 6 is primary or not, if the number 6 is divisible by any of these numbers, so then it is a primary number. If it is not divisible by any of these numbers, it is what we call it as a prime number. If it is divisible, it is not prime. If it is not divisible, then it is prime. So 7 is a prime number, 5 is a prime number. So hope you have that idea, but in order to recap that, I am again explaining the concept of prime number. So this for loop we are going to start from 2, because every number is divisible by 1 and every number is divisible by itself. So we are avoiding these two numbers, 1 and 6. 1 and 6. For example, if n is given as 6 and we want to check whether that number is prime or not, so we are going to start from 2 and we are going to end before n. means 2 to 5 this loop is going to iterate. So less than n, I less than n, 2 less than 6. Similarly, how many iterations it is going to do? It will do for 3 less than 6, 4 less than 6 and 5 less than 6, and it will also do for 6 less than 6, but here it is going to fail. It is going to produce an output of 0 because 6 is equal to 6. For this it is going to generate an output of 1, for this 1, for this 1, for this 1, and so we are going to iterate for all these 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now if n mod I, for every iteration, in every iteration of the for loop, if n mod I, n means it is 6 mod I, initially we are going to start with 2, next we are going to check for 6 mod 3, next we are going to check for 6 mod 4, next we have to check for 6 mod 5. This is the combinations that we are going to check. If n mod I is equal to 0, okay, 6 mod 2 is equal to 0. Yes, 6 mod 2 is equal to 0 because 6 is divisible by 2. Modulus division means it is going to generate the remainder. The remainder is 0. Is 0 equal to 0? Yes. Yes, 0 is equal to 0 and we are going to break. So this is where the break is used. So what is the use of this break here? So with a break inside the loop or switch, we are going to come out of the loop. So we will stop the execution. We will stop the further iterations. For 6 by 3, 6 by 4, we are not going to check. With the break, the execution of the loop will stop. If we want to, so what that definition states is, if we want our loop to exit in the middle, or if we want to have multiple breakpoints, so then we can use break. So if we want to exit in multiple different ways, then we can also use break statement in the loops. Okay, so now we are going to come out of this loop and we are going to check this condition. If n less than n, sorry, I less than n, what is the value of I? At 2 we have come out of this loop, so the value of I is 2. I less than 6, is it true? Yes, it is true. If it happens to be true, it is not prime number. So what is this logic? If I less than n means 2 less than 6 is true, means it is not prime. So when we are going to say that it is prime number, for example, if we want to check whether the 7 is prime number or not, so what we have to do, we have to check 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the numbers that we are going to check. So 7 by 2, it is going to 7 mod 2, is it going to generate a 0? No, it is not. 7 mod 3, is it so it is not divisible by modulus division. So 7 mod 2, is equal to 0? No, it is not equal to 0. 7 mod 3. Similarly, 7 mod 6. It is also not equal to 0. So now the value of I will become 7. So in the after the 6, 7 mod 6, what happens? The value of I will get incremented. Now the value of I is 7. Now the value of I is 7. Here this condition will fail. 7 less than 7, is it true? No, it is not true. The value of I has been made as 7. Now is it true? No, it is not true. So if I less than 7, so here we are going to come out of this loop, and after that we are going to check this condition, I less than 7. 7 less than 7, is it true? No, it is not true. 7 is equal to 7. 7 is equal to 7. So this else statement will get executed. It is going to print prime. Okay. So this is how the prime number program can be done. This is one of the way. There are different ways to execute the prime number, but we are using the break statement. With the use of this break statement, what is the advantage that we are going to get is, here this for loop is not going to iterate for all the values. In some of the cases, for 7, in case of prime number, it has to iterate for all the values 1 and 7, between all the numbers between 1 and 7. But in the case of 6, it has done only one iteration. So if any such requirement is there, if any such possibility is there to write in your program, then we can exit from the loop in the middle by using break statement. So that is the use of break statement in C. So this is all about break statement. Let's try to execute the program on our machine and check whether we are producing the right output for the program or not. Let's check the output. So here is the program. Run the program. So here give the number. Let's give the number 6. Is it prime or not? So it is not prime. 6 is not prime number. Okay. So next let's check the another output. Give it as 7. Yes, 7 is a prime number. So this is how the program works by using the break statement. Without the break statement also we can write the program for prime number, but that for loop is going to iterate for all the numbers between 1 and the number. Okay, so hope you got the clarity on this concept. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. And if you have any doubts regarding this concept, please post your doubt in the comment section below. And if you feel that this video is helpful to you, please give us a like symbol and please share this video with your friends so that they will also get benefited. Thanks for watching.